It's the late afternoon in Portugal, and welcome back to the desk for the WSL post-show. Lots to hash through here with a very big day for the opening day of competition. The Cascais Women's Pro Stop 8 on the Samsung Galaxy Championship Tour, successfully wrapping up rounds 1, 2 and 3. I'm Giggsy, alongside the familiar faces of Strada Wazalewski and Rosie Hodge, back from the booth to join us for the post-show. Wow, guys, it was a massive day from that opening round all the way through, and we've just seen a perfect 10 at the end to wrap up the day.
It's so impressive. I'm actually kind of just trying to digest what I just saw. I mean, Carissa Moore put on the back foot throughout that heat. I mean, both Coco and Malia just running a train on her. Combination situation, comes out swinging and finishes off with a perfect 10, so just puts on a complete clinic.
Yeah, she definitely got out from behind it all and really looked like she was in world title form right there. I mean, a 10, that last turn, she just threw the hammer down right there. That was so fun to watch. I just love the fact that she's quietly moving herself back into position of a world title. Yeah,
I mean, she just has that ability to just back herself up.
Well, this was the last heat of the day, spoiling performances, but what I noticed about this heat, Rosie, and you were in the booth calling the action, Malia Manuel came out the gates absolutely strong in all three Hawaiian girls showdown. Carissa Moore was left out of the discussion for close to 11 minutes, so she literally surfed a 19-minute heat.
She did. I mean, it was just so impressive just to see the way that she came back. It had this aggressive force to it. Like we mentioned, she was in a combination situation. Coco Ho was leading. Malia Manuel was putting on some beautiful scores, but then Carissa Moore just laying into that rail, and we were thinking to ourselves, they're leaving a bit of scale open, and this is why. I mean, just, you mentioned that sledgehammer. There it is right there, that perfect 10-point ride.
Well, what's up now? I mean, really, there's one man who is very happy, and that's Matt Biolos, because all three of those women riding his boards, all three of them performing to the next level, and it was great to see, not to mention Tyler Wright riding one of his boards. So looks like he's got a lockdown right now on the shaper for the women.
Yep, conditions playing absolutely postcard picture perfect here in Portugal. Late in the afternoon now, it's after 5 o'clock as that final heat played out. Let's go down to Kaipo Guerrero for an all-Hawaiian interview.
Yeah, thanks, Gig. Yeah, my homegirl, Carissa Moore. Carissa, I always think of you as a happy person, okay? But slow start for that heat. When you started surfing, I almost saw like maybe anger and aggression coming.
I think just at that point, I was like, geez, I made like a kind of a bad priority mistake, and I've been watching the waves all afternoon, and it looks so fun. And when I stood up on that first wave, I'm like, okay, well, I have nothing to lose. These girls have like big scores already, so I've got to do something. So I got to surf my hardest, and that's it. So I just tried to do my best.
Closing out the day with a perfect 10-point ride. Talk about that wave.
I'm so stoked. Well, it was nice because the time was counting down, and you know, I had priority, and I knew there wasn't time for another wave, and I was in the lead, and no one was going to catch up. So it's kind of like pressure was off, beautiful wave, and I got to have fun on it. So that was nice.
Let's talk about the fans. Just coming out of the water, we got such great surf fans here in Portugal. There's so many people who just want to catch a selfie with you or say congratulations. Let's talk about the fans.
Yeah, the fans are amazing. I've felt so much love here. The past couple of days, especially today, and yeah, everyone's super enthusiastic and great smiles, and I'm just stoked to be here performing, and it's great to have that support.
Well, thank you, Carissa, for closing out the day with a bang, and we're going to catch back up to the desk. You guys get it.
Thanks, Kaipo. Great words there from our three-time world champion of the sport, Carissa Moore, not disappointing there with a fantastic drill at the end of the day. To really wrap up a big day, there's been lots to talk about. Around 10 hours back, we started the broadcast, and a strong theme of discussion, guys, was the world title race. Courtney Conlogue in discussion, trailing in second on the Jeep leaderboard, looking to see if Tyler Wright could possibly stumble and fall. She did a perfect delivery, round one win straight through. No hitches from the yellow jersey leader, Tyler Wright.
No, she just looks like she's got that natural calmness to her. You know, I think Micro giving her some words to just stay in that zone, I think has been a great recipe for her. And you got to see it. We got to see the comfort, that level that she can bring at all times in heat. And you're looking at somebody who's just ready and wants it and is so hungry for that world title. She wants to be the first name to go on the outside of that world title bowl, let me tell you.
Well, you know, out of these 3 front runners, I think Tyler Wright for me was the first one up in this round number 3. And she didn't have it all her own way. I mean, it actually took the last exchange for her to turn the decision. So it's almost nervous times for her. And maybe you can see a little bit of that pressure starting to mount, you know, coming out, having words with her coach and saying, you know, I wanted to stick to my decision. He's backing up of surfing that peak to the north. But yeah, Tyler Wright, you know, I think she's got another level and another gear that she can kick into come the quarterfinals.
Yeah, Tyler Wright really had to hold her nerve here because Sage Eriksson and Laura Enova had laid down some solid scores, but it was this buzzer beater here from Tyler Wright that would keep her projecting straight through to the quarterfinals. Strong surfing. Strider, you and I were in the booth calling this, and in the end making no mistakes after a sleepy start and also a heat restart through the low tide conditions here.
Yeah, Tyler waiting 30 minutes for that wave right there. And, you know, after 30 minutes sitting on in the water in a short arm full, with the water being as chilly as it is, you could get a little chilly, a little cold, and, you know, some nerve could creep in there. Your mind starts to wander, but not with her. So that just shows you where her head's at right now.
We haven't missed any of the little details of a big day one of competition. Let's go back and hear what Tyler had to say to Kaipo after that heat.
All right, so Tyler, great win out there, but a challenging heat. We had a restart there. Just let's talk about the beginning of that heat and getting into the game.
Yeah, it was a very, very slow start. And you kind of just, when there's no waves breaking, you can't really do much. You know, you obviously had the split banks where there's a bank down south was an option and the bank north was an option. So, you know, I chose the bank and was happy with that and knew I could get it done. It was just, yeah, just a very, you know, conditions change kind of rapidly here, and you have to adapt to that and just roll with whatever happens. And, you know, I get such a kick out of all the little things, and either way that heat went, then I think I would have been super stoked on just all the little things. So, yeah.
Well, regardless, a heat win's a heat win. You're on into the quarterfinals. What's the plan right there? I mean, obviously to win the event, but looking forward to the quarterfinal, can we have some insight from you?
You know, right now I'm just hungry, and it's like very hard to get past that thought, especially when everything, I don't know when I'm surfing again. So once I eat, I'll be like, actually no, I probably won't think about it until about an hour before, and then it's all about conditions, where I'm going to be sitting, what I'm going to be doing, kind of thing. So yeah, not much insight yet because I haven't really, it's not that time, but yeah, I'm just going to do my thing, and that's what I'm pretty good at.
Well, we're going to be waiting, and we're going to be watching, and we're looking forward to the quarterfinals. Congratulations, Tyler, and keep it going.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Back to you guys.
Well, Tyler Wright hungry for a win here in Cascais to just seal the deal, put both hands on the trophy and take her inaugural world title. There are those numbers, a little bit weak and exposed with that 5.5, but the 7.33 was enough to get the heat win and direct straight through to the quarterfinals. Of course, Tatiana Weston-Webb doing the same, along with Carissa Moore in that final heat, guys. So good stuff going on in that round 3 performance. We have already teed up our 4 quarterfinalists, and add some thoughts to that, guys.
Well, you know, it's interesting to see Tyler right there and in her interview, and she's already, you know, thinking about her next heat, and is she going to be able to get herself together? And there's, you know, she's really could barely think right there. She just needed some food and to reset and to get back into it. She really had just been through the ringer. I mean, that thing went all the way to the wire. Those point totals, you saw how close it was. I mean, it was literally a couple tenths of a point. It's so great to see it be this tight, that close. I love to see her a bit flustered and having to get some food in her and maybe try to reset and maybe have to surf again, she was thinking.
Well, you know, just looking at the 4 quarterfinalists that we've set at the moment, there are 4 front runners. I mean, Tatiana Weston-Webb in that first one. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 making it straight into the quarterfinals. So it just shows that level of consistency that those top surfers are bringing to this event.
Well, the discussion is as much Tyler Wright trying to get the win as Where does Courtney Conlogue finish in this discussion? Of course, if Tyler Wright is to win, Courtney Conlogue must at least semi-final here to take the race through to France. And well, Courtney Conlogue, strong performances from her as well, and she really did start playing to her strengths here, especially as the conditions cleaned up in the latter part of the day.
Gosh, look at how fun it looked out there. Really just lighten up a couple waves. You know, this is a great matchup. Look at these women just having fun on the open face. Sally just, that low arm look, just up into the ball. What a great little battle this was. Nice sweep right there. Sally looking better than she has all year. What do you think, Rosie?
Well, Sally was actually the whole conversation in this heat. We thought about Courtney Conlogue, and she really didn't come to the party until later on in the heat. Sally had her, you know, in a situation where it just looked like Courtney was a little bit flustered, a little bit, her rhythm seemed a little bit off, but then she just kind of stepped it up into that gear and started landing moves like that. You know, I think this was the 8.5. But just so interesting to see her claw her way back into the lead.
I love those trade-offs between Sally Fitzgibbons and Courtney Conlogue. And point to take from that as well is that Sally Fitzgibbons hasn't been much of a discussion, suddenly lifting a game, lifting a level, and really bringing a spice to that heat with big exchanges going on between Fitzgibbons and Courtney Conlogue. Kaipo Guerrero managed to get some thoughts from Courtney. Let's go and hear what she had to say.
Hey, Courtney, that was an impressive heat. It was a big heat for you, right? And you had to fight back at the end, but it didn't look like you got rattled at all. Seeing Sally come out and really getting some good scores throughout the beginning of that heat.
Yeah, definitely. Initially, I was kind of looking at the lefts, and I heard Sally getting some scores on the rights. And my plan was to catch a few lefts, catch a few rights, and I kind of adjusted my plan straight to the rights once I heard scores being dropped. And I knew I needed some solid scores, and I needed to just restart. And when I saw those waves, I mean, having Ginchu look like this is very rare and glassy, so it was pretty amazing. And yeah, I had fun out there.
Talking about decisions, even paddling out, there's still a choice of two peaks. Did you make that decision very early, or was that on the fly too on the paddle out? Because I noticed you paddled out kind of straight in the middle of the two peaks.
Yeah, I actually made the decision. I was kind of hemming and hawing because I saw a few peaks on the far north end, and then I was like, saw that shut down and then saw it starting to wake up where we ended up surfing. And I probably started watching maybe 10 minutes before my heat started. I was eyeballing it, but didn't really have the front vision till right before.
So there's this, obviously the physical game of surfing, but there's the mental game of surfing. A lot of people can get rattled kind of being behind in a heat. It didn't seem to rattle you at all.
No, I don't feel like I have much to lose right now. I feel like I'm just learning, and this whole process is meant to challenge you. And if you're not being challenged, I think at the end of the year you want to feel like you've overcome some of those obstacles and just as amazing heats, and I feel like that's when you really grow.
Looking forward to the quarterfinals. Any adjustments or plans looking forward?
No, obviously just keeping it simple, having fun. I love coming here to Portugal, and I've had some great results here, so I'm just looking to start off this European leg really strong. And yeah, it's just been a really great event already, and we're only first day in, and we've been blessed to get conditions like this. So really looking forward to seeing what tomorrow brings.
Well, there you go. Courtney Conlogue on to the quarterfinals, our defending champ, and she's looking in great champion form out here.
Well, Courtney Conlogue celebrating the fact that she's not just going to roll over and hand Tyler Wright a world title. There is our flowcharts all the way from round one this morning. There we have teed up our quarterfinalists. Western Webb, Wright, Conlogue and Moore are waiting now for the results from round four. Having a look at those, we'll expect another major day of competition. What a perfect postcard day here. The wind backed up. We spoke about that swirling, misty conditions this morning. Tidal ranges really cleaned up. Everything came together for a big day one here at the Cascais Women's Pro.
Yeah, I think that's the big point here, right, Ro, is that we actually had these glassy conditions. We heard Courtney talk about it. It doesn't happen that much, Ro.
Let's keep it going. Let's just hold thumbs that we see more conditions similar to this and more performances like we saw today.
A great day in Portugal. We'll wrap it up. This will be the end of the post show. And well, of course, we will be back tomorrow morning. Dawn Patrol will be around 7:30 local time. That's Western European time. and we will be then looking deep into day 2 and a possible start here. Stay with us, follow us on the World Surf League app, and we'll see you tomorrow.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.
The old world of Europe meets the modern world of professional surfing as the world's best gather here in Europe.
Tatiana pushing that wave count up once again. Sally Fitzgibbons. Again, great wave choice here. Could be on the verge of upping the ante even more. Coco Ho on the backhand here. Nice clean wall. And it attacks the lip and hangs on. Beautiful work from Coco Ho. Alessa going on these lefts. Well. We have a heat on our hands, folks.
Sage Eriksson will pick a backhand opportunity. That's a nice big hack.
No mistakes for Lakey. And a finish. Nice and strong.
Yes.
Well,
Very
I think
good
your
surfing.
fantasy team is safe.
Tatiana Weston-Webb, already a big maneuver, and that's a big squared up one. Can she hang on? That is a big statement turn from Tati right there. Tyler Wright can breathe as she moves through to the quarterfinals here in Portugal.
Sally, first move. All Sally in the beginning of the heat. All Courtney in the back half. She takes a win and moves on to the quarterfinals. What a heat.